Hello, welcome to your Thursday Knots Today with me, Emma Caldwell. I hope you're all right today and enjoying this weather, which fortunately not too hot, which is what I love. Here's what we've got coming up for you. First, we've been down to West Nottinghamshire College's new Gene Haas Centre on its opening morning, which staff has described as a game changer for the future of local engineering.
So to be asked by an organisation as powerful and as world-leading as Haas is to be there first in the UK really boosted everyone's confidence and gave us the belief that we could do something really special.
And of course we will have some great guests on our sofa too. We're going to be catching up with Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust as they look to bring a buzz back to Nottingham. They're collaborating with It's in Nottingham and other local businesses on a new initiative to expand a bee-friendly highway that is going to boost pollinator populations in efforts to create a greener city centre. And of course, with all this lovely weather and the summer holidays just around the corner, where does time go? You might be wondering what you can get up to make the most of it. Well, wonder no more, because we're going to be joined by Eve Smallman of the Knots Edit to tell you about some of the very exciting things coming up across the county in the coming weeks. And we're talking things from knitting to watching some iconic films in very iconic locations like Sherwood Forest too. And we've got plenty of sport for you today, including Forest Women's new signing, Amy Rogers.
I like the tactical side of the game. I think I'm an intelligent player. I like to dominate midfields, and I also like to work hard and get stuck in as well. So hopefully a bit of everything, but hopefully they'll see it soon enough.
We've got all that and loads more, of course, coming up just for you today. But first, West Nottinghamshire College officially opened its new Gene Haas Centre this morning. The new partnership has given the college £500,000 worth of funding to improve their facilities and teaching, with the aim of boosting the career prospects of budding engineers right here in Notts. And Lucy Marshall was there.
£500,000 means a whole load of new opportunities for students here at West Nottinghamshire College's engineering department. The £500,000 grant comes from a pioneering partnership with US engineering powerhouse, the Gene Haas Foundation. It's transformed part of the college and houses state-of-the-art facilities dedicated to manufacturing, automation and robotics. West Nottinghamshire College is the first Gene Haas Centre in the UK, and the Foundation's Executive Director, Cathy Luman, says Nottinghamshire was top of the list for good reason.
This foundation has had for a few years now an initiative where we partner basically with what we believe are the very best schools teaching CNC machining and other manufacturing technology. We have about 50 centers that we've chosen in the US, and we had asked our distributors in the UK to tell us who the best schools are, and then I came a couple of years ago and met the people at West Knots and just was so impressed with their ambitions and goals and teaching style and just everything about it.
The Foundation is the charitable organisation founded by Gene Haas, the entrepreneur behind Haas Automation, North America's largest machine tool manufacturer, and the Haas Formula One team. As the UK's first institution to receive support from the Foundation, the college is part of a select global group of educational institutions recognised for excellence in manufacturing training. College Principal and Chief Executive Andrew Cropley hopes the partnership will help to get engineering in Notts the recognition that it deserves.
So to be asked by an organisation as powerful and as world-leading as Haas is to be there first in the UK really boosted everyone's confidence and gave us the belief that we could do something really special. So I hope it raises the profile of what our local area has to offer. We've got loads of brilliant businesses here that do amazing things, but they're relatively small and they don't have a really high profile, so I hope it'll really raise the profile and we can bring those businesses together to work together to do that, using this centre as a focal point so that local people know more about what there is on offer in this part of the world.
With courses available to anyone aged 16 and up, it's hoped this programme can make manufacturing stars of the future, in an industry desperate to close a gap in its pipeline of talent. Lucy Marshall for Knots TV.
Thank you, Lucy. That looks very exciting, doesn't it? Well, it is time for our first chat of the show now. And Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust have a new partnership with local businesses, bringing more bees into our city centre. I love a bee. They've teamed up with It's in Nottingham to make the city greener by expanding the bee-friendly highway, helping pollinators thrive by installing brand new insect-inspired planters on Bridlesmith gates, all to get city shops involved in supporting wildlife. And I'm really pleased to say, joining me me now is Erin McDade from Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust and Amy Coulson from It's in Nottingham to tell us all about it. Thank you so much for joining us today. So let's start, Amy, with you. Tell us about what's going on with bees.
Okay, so It's in Nottingham have a strategy that looks at green spaces and the environment, and we really want to increase on biodiversity in the city centre. So we've been working with a local gardener, Grow Knots, and we've been building planters specifically for businesses that want to be involved in our bee highway. The planters are made to fit spaces unique to them, and then we've been planting those up. And we wanted to take it to the next level, and that's why we reached out to the Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust.
I love this. So how did the collaboration between you two come about?
Well, we're a Nottingham-based charity, Nottingham-based business, so we've been working with It's in Nottingham on various partnership initiatives for some time. This particular initiative, bees are massively under threat. Insect populations have declined by something like 78% since 2004. So we're always looking for any opportunity to create more space for nature. And as part of our Wilder Nottinghamshire network, we're very keen to reach out and work with more businesses, particularly here in the city. So it's a perfect partnership, really, from our perspective.
And I know bees are important, and I tell my children that bees are important, but why are bees important?
Something like it's a huge percentage of flowering plants that actually rely on pollinating insects, not just bees, it's bees and butterflies and wasps and a whole range of flying insects that pollinate our flowers and our other plants, but also a huge percentage of our food crops as well. So pollinating insects are really important for our food security, as well as for sort of protecting our ecosystems as well. They're absolutely essential to supporting our life and well-being, as well as being valuable in their own right.
And why is it so important to have something like this in Nottingham city centre? Is this not something for the country? Why is it important to have it here?
I think people enjoy being in green spaces, and the more green spaces we have in the city, the more people will want to come in and dwell in the city, you know, use everything that's available to them, restaurants, shopping, creative spaces.
And I think as well, there are some really good initiatives in Nottingham, and I know that, you know, the demolishing of the Broadmarsh Centre has taken a while, but we do now have the Green Heart, which I know, Erin, you're very keen on.
Yeah, we are. We're really, really proud of the role we had in encouraging the Green Heart, and I think the city has taken a really amazing step in a bold step in investing in that project, and I think the benefits are there to see. As Amy was saying, people have really adopted that space really quickly. It's become a hugely popular space. From the Wildlife Trust perspective, we know we're in an ecological and a climate crisis. We're trying to create a wilder Nottinghamshire for everybody, but we can't do that on our own. So one of our key focuses is actually inspiring more people than ever before to take action for nature. And that's one of the reasons we need projects like this in the city, so that people can see nature close to where they live, but also be inspired to take action themselves, whether at home or at work or at school or in their communities.
I do think it makes a huge difference when you're wandering around that side of town and you suddenly come to the Green Heart and you're like, oh, this is right in the middle of the city centre. So for It's in Nottingham, what do the rest of the year hold? What have you got coming up? What's next?
Well, we're obviously hoping to expand the bee highway, work more with the Nottinghamshire Wildlife Trust on various projects, and yeah, just keep helping people engage with nature in the city.
One of the ways we're looking to work together to bring more businesses involved is through our Wilder Nottinghamshire Awards. So we'll be working together on our business category. So we're really wanting to find out more about what businesses are doing for nature, and wanting to celebrate and recognise that across the city too.
It's so important. If people want to find out more, whether that's people who just want to see these bee highways or businesses that are involved in Nottinghamshire city businesses, how can we find out more?
You can either follow us on social media, It's in Nottingham. You can look at our website, or you can head to the Wildlife Trust.
NottinghamshireWildlife.org, or catch us on all the usual social media platforms.
I love it, and I do think there's something lovely about a bee as well. So thank you for bringing that to us, and thank you for sharing it. We appreciate it. Erin and Amy there, our first chat today on Nots TV. Loving that. Time for some more of your news headlines now. First, and police have arrested 7 people following a fight in Nottingham. Officers were called to Alfreton Road yesterday evening at around 11:55 p.m. following reports of a group of men in an altercation. This led to police conducting searches of the area and recovering weapons. 7 men, aged 23, 29, 30, 33, 34, 38 and 43 were all arrested on suspicion of a fray. The 30-year-old was also arrested on suspicion of causing grievous bodily harm, as one of the men is being treated at hospital for serious injuries. Police say they expect the road to be closed for some time and are asking anyone who witnessed the incident or have dashcam footage to call them on 101. Next, and detectives have praised the crucial role of a sexual abuse survivor who worked with police to send her rapist to prison, who was described by a judge as a danger to women. The woman was repeatedly assaulted on separate occasions from 2020 to 2021 across 2 Nottingham addresses. Once she reported the offences, 37-year-old Gareth O'Dell was arrested and charged with 9 counts of rape and a further count of sexual assault. O'Dell of Charlbury Road in Woollerton denied any wrongdoing during a trial at Nottingham Crown Court, but a jury found him guilty on each of those 9 counts. He was sentenced yesterday at the court for 16 years behind bars, as well as an additional 8 years on licence. Detectives say the immense bravery of the woman was what helped bring O'Dell to justice. All right, time for a quick break. Go and put the kettle on. I don't think we need an ice lolly today. Go make yourself a brew and come right back, because when we return, we're going to be speaking with the brilliant Eve Smallman of the Notts Edit, all about some of the very exciting things you and the family can get up to over the coming weeks, as well as a bumper sports roundup too. We'll see you in just a sec. Hello, welcome back to Notts Today with me, Emma Caldwell. I hope you're all right this afternoon. We've got some more great guests and sport on the way, but first, some more news headlines. And a builder who caused a gas explosion at a property in Bulwell has been sentenced. Barry Newman, sole trader of Foster Brothers Builders, connected a faulty heater to a propane gas cylinder in the basement of a property on Commercial Road in Bulwell as a part of refurbishment works. But in November 2022, a leak from the heater led to an explosion which injured a contractor, causing severe burns to his body. Yesterday, 58-year-old Newman of the Quay in Beeston was sentenced after pleading guilty to breaching safety regulations at Nottingham Magistrates Court. He was given a 1-year prison sentence, suspended for 2 years, as well as being ordered to carry out 240 hours of unpaid work and pay costs of more than £2,000. Next, and a Broxtowe Borough Council leader claimed that Nottingham City Council is expanding a new option to authorities to create an expanded boundary for Nottingham. Yesterday, in a public meeting, Broxtowe leader Milan Radjevic claimed that the City Council was considering options to combine City of Nottingham with suburbs like West Bridgford, Beeston and Hucknall as part of local government reforms. However, in response to the claims, Nottingham City Council have said that the areas have not been officially proposed or have made any decisions on the matter. But they say the council is an underbounded local authority that still needs local government reorganisation to address imbalances in council tax. And Nottinghamshire Police are teaming up with local blood bike riders to promote motorcycle safety over the summer months. Police say that the number of riders killed or seriously injured on our roads saw an increase by 25% last year, mainly attributed to the summer with more motorbikes on the roads. So this month they are riding across the county with Nottinghamshire blood bikes to public events to educate drivers on the dangers of warmer weather. The dangers, I beg your pardon, that warmer weather can create for riders. They're going to be handing out bags and keyrings to get more drivers to take the time to think bike. Next, with all the lovely weather we have been having lately, you might be wondering how to make the most of it. Well, today is your lucky day, because our next guest, the brilliant Eve Smallman from the Notts Edit, is here to share some of the events happening across our county. Whether you're looking for something fun, relaxing or just that little bit different, Eve's got you covered and she joins us now. Thank you so much for coming in. So I imagine now we're into July proper, it all starts to ramp up and there's so many summer things that are taking place. So you've picked out some brilliant things to tell us about. Where are we starting?
Yes, got a real mixture of things, from things this weekend to next weekend to the weekend after. So hopefully got you covered for the next few weeks. So first of all, I've got beginners rug hooking at Nottingham, which is July the 5th, and it's £65 per person. if you've ever seen those really satisfying videos on TikTok or Instagram where people are like making their own rugs, you could learn how to do that yourself.
Wow, I like this. I think we've got a little video of this taking place, but because it is one of those things, look at that, they look all lovely.
I have.
I think it's one of those things as well where you see something going on, and I'm not a natural knitter or crocheter or anything like that, but actually it's a beginner's class which pleases me.
Yes, it's like, as you say, it's beginner's class, and you get taught all the techniques, you get given all the equipment. There's refreshments as well, because I think I would need a cup of tea to get through
I would definitely.
all those instructions. And then you get to start your rug, but then you get to take it home with you to have a go at, so you can just sort of do it in your own time, which is really lovely.
See, I like that because it is quite an expensive thing to do, but actually you might come out with a rug by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could keep it yourself or give it to a friend. It's like wedding season, so maybe it might be nice homemade gear.
We were just talking about Christmas. You could keep it for a Christmas present. How wonderful.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. So when and where's that taking place?
That's at Knit in Nottingham. That's July the 5th, and that's £65 per person.
Amazing. What is up next?
Then got zooming into a little bit of a different event. So Aston Martin are presenting Silverstone Grand Prix at Binks Yard.
Wow.
So they have a brilliant, huge screen at Binks Yard, which will have all the action on there. There'll be a barbecue, cold drinks, and there'll actually be like a show car, an Aston Martin F1 show car. So you'll be able to see what they actually look like, because they're a lot bigger in real life than you would expect.
Oh, are they?
Huge, yeah.
It's my husband's dream car. Every time we drive past that Aston Martin garage, he's like, shall we? And I'm like, I don't think we can. I don't think you're allowed to. But that would be brilliant. So when and where is that taking place?
That's at Binks Yard. That's this Sunday, and that's £27.80. I think the tickets are quite limited, so if you want to go, I would zoom on to the website.
I like that very much. And I feel like the events at Binks Yard do kind of sell out quite quickly as well.
They do, and they've got quite a lot of like outdoor cinema bits on over the summer as well, so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on those, because they seem to be announcing them like as they kind of come in the next few weeks. I think they've either got or had Bridget Jones's Diary, so it's just worth keeping an eye on their website, because there might be a film that you like the look of that comes up.
Love that. And of course we are hitting festival season as well.
Yes, it's a little bit of a different festival, but I think it looks fabulous. So you've got Nottingham Chamber Music Festival, which is running from July the 10th to the 13th. There's a mix of free and ticketed events, and it's happening all around the city centre. So some of the highlights include Delilah's on July 10th. They're having a sort of European cafe kind of style music with canapes and wine. And then you've also got at the Park Tunnel on July 13th, there's just going to be live music there, which is incredible. I mean, what a place to listen to music.
And I think with these kind of things as well, I think a lot of people are a little bit scared of classical music, that maybe it's not for them. But actually events like this where you can dip in and go, actually that is brilliant, are so worth it. And we're so lucky to have so many of them in our city.
Yes, exactly. Like, as you say, you don't really tend to think about going out to see classical music, but if anything, it's probably the most impactful way of listening to it.
Absolutely. So do you need to book in for this one?
Yes, you do need to book your tickets in advance, but it's well worth doing that. I don't think any of them go like further than £20, I want to say, so it's pretty budget friendly too. Nice,
loads of stuff going on across Nottingham. So we've got one final thing that we've got time to talk about.
Yes, we've got Films in the Forest at obviously Sherwood Forest, and that's from July 25th to the 27th. Tickets are £16 for adults, £8.50 for children, and clues in the name, the films are in the forest and they're based in forests.
I mean, there's something so brilliant. I've done a few of them myself. There's something so brilliant about being in Sherwood Forest and watching films like that. It just feels really special.
Yeah, so you've got kind of general forest films like Lord of the Rings and Tangled, but then there's also some Robin Hood-y ones.
Of course.
Obviously, I think there's Prince of Thieves and the Disney's Robin Hood. So family-friendly stuff, date-nighty kind of stuff, and it's just worth going down.
There is so much stuff going on. I know there's loads more things that go on across Nottingham. Of course, you are all over them. How can people find out more information?
Go to the notsedit.com you can read our July events guide, which is out now. We also send out a weekly newsletter called Knots Going On, which has events in it. And we're going to be publishing a summer kids things to do guide as well next week. So keep an eye out for that.
Eve, thank you so much for coming in. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Looking forward to that kids one over the summer. Tick, tick, tick. I need things to do with the kids. It's time for your sport now, and we'll start with news from Nottingham Forest women who have made their first signing this summer window. Amy Rogers, who has made 10 international appearances for Scotland, joins from Bristol City after 2 seasons with the Robins. The 25-year-old midfielder has a wealth of experience in Women's Super League 2, and in her first interview with the Reds, she's described the tough yet exciting challenge the division will provide.
It's a very tough division, I think. Obviously, I know it was tough last year as well. I I think every team you come up against in this division will give you a different challenge and a different battle, and you can't take any game for granted. But that's kind of what's exciting about it. Everyone will take points off each other. So yeah, but I know we'll be more than ready to compete and do well in this league, but it'll be a challenge. I like the tactical side of the game. I think I'm an intelligent player. I like to dominate midfields, and I also like to work hard and get stuck in as well. So hopefully a bit of everything, but hopefully they'll see it soon enough.
We're staying with football, and Nottingham Forest midfielder Carl McAdams has signed a one-year contract extension with the Reds before joining Mansfield Town on loan for next season. The 20-year-old will play senior football with the Stags after spending last season playing for Nottingham Forest's B team. In his first interview with the club, McAdams said that the relationship between Mansfield and Forest was a big part of his decision to join the Stags.
Obviously there's been Forest players that have came here before and then ended up doing well, so yeah, that's another thing I took into consideration, look at their pathway and how Mansfield's helped their careers. So that was another way I looked at it and then thought, yeah, this is a good opportunity to come here. Obviously they're building, which is good. Looking for a good challenge this year. New players, but also the players that are still here. Yeah, so good things about the players, good facilities. Yeah, good people, good staff. That was the main thing, like good people as well as players, as well as people, yeah.
And Nottingham Forest have also issued a statement this afternoon containing their condolences surrounding the tragic passing of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. The brothers were involved in a car accident whilst on holiday in Spain and were pronounced dead this morning. The statement from Nottingham Forest said everyone at the club is deeply saddened to learn of the passing of the brothers. I beg your pardon, my auto cue has just stopped. Let me just find that for you. The statement from Nottingham Forest said everyone at the club is deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Our heartfelt thoughts and condolences go to their families, loved ones, all at Liverpool FC and FC Penafel during this incredibly difficult time. On to the rugby now, and Nottingham Forest Rugby Club have announced the contract extension of forward Cody Veretti. The Fiji-born lock will be playing his second season for the Green and Whites, and he's made 17 appearances in his debut year before an injury cut his campaign short. In an interview with the club, he said that he's thankful and blessed to have another chance to be part of Nottingham this season, and that he's excited to return to the pitch and give it his all. And finally, some news from ice hockey. Nottingham Panthers have teamed up last season with local charity Framework, and together they raised over £11,000 for homelessness around the East Midlands. Framework, who won the fan vote in August to be the Panthers Charity of the Year, handed out leaflets and merchandise at games. They also ran raffles and had their logo displayed on the big screens, with the efforts culminating in a total of £11,194 raised for the charity. Framework have since thanked the club for their efforts and their support. Right, time to take a look at your Thursday picture of the day now, and this sunny shot of St Peter's Gate was taken by Captured by Coops. Thank you so much for that. Speaking of sunshine, here's your weather for the next few days. We've seen highs of 23 degrees today, and that will be dropping down to 13 going into the evening. Tomorrow we'll see similar skies of sunshine, some a bit overcast as well, with highs of 25 and lows of 15. And as for Saturday, it's much the same really, with a high of 24 and a low of 14. Well, that is all we have time for today. Thanks again to our brilliant guests. I'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 to give you more news and views from across our county. But for now, from everyone on the team here at Notts Today, and of course from me, Emma Caldwell, bye-bye. We'll see you soon.